What are we here for? Chris, what are we here for right now?
This is it, guys.
What is it?
We're here to show off your Fresh from the Comic Shops.
That is right. It is time for Fresh from the Comic Shop. Fly from the pressing salon. That is a horrible experience at that lower third right there. There you go. You get the full visual that you all know and love. Each and every week, we have you guys submit your Fresh from the Comic Shop, your fresh gets, whether they be from the local comic book shop, whether they be mail call, whether they be A-OK, whether they be 2 days old, whether they be 2 decades old. You guys got it new in your collection. We want to see it. We want to see it right here. You submit, even if you're not submitting for the contest, if you submit, we will show it. We do our best. This week, we have over 35 entries. We had probably 55 to 60 entries in total with people sending multiple selections. So it's been a wild, wild week to pare these things down. And we're super excited to get this started. So with that being said, Chansler is going to be showing off 3 new gets from his collection. But here's the deal, and we'll let Chansler speak to this too. He just got into comic book collecting because when he started with Whatnot, he's super excited about this this hobby and this community. So he's got some pretty good gets, guys, and we're going to have him show off his first one right now. What do you got?
All right, so this was the first comic I ever bought. I bought it on a Whatnot auction. It's a Joker 1 sketch variant.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and when I saw it, I was like, okay, for my first one.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I need this. Yeah,
Federici. I believe that's, I'm pronouncing it right. That artist is Federici. It's phenomenal first get. Kudos to you.
Very awesome.
We're just going to get that's a beautiful cover. There's also Punchline. There's a few from a ton of DC ones. Those are just absolutely gorgeous. All right, we're going to start with community here. We got MCats910. Look at these submissions, guys. He's got some Red Room. He's got Strange Academy. I see a Machine Man right there. Captain America. We got, I think, Chris, what is that? X-Men 212 right there. It's a classic cover.
Yeah, that's First Marauders.
Yeah. I see a Spawn and Captain America. Good stuff. All right, moving on. We got Mike Dyson, 2099. As he says, how cool is this book? Manifest Destiny, 2099. Number 1. It is the first appearance of Moon Knight, 2099. I bet you Moonlit Comics is going to love that. Michelle, I have never seen a copy in the wild. I've never seen or heard of this book at all, guys. Yeah. I'm not a huge 2099 fan, but I'm loving how excited Mike Dyson is. Moving on, we got C. Toth Egg. C. Toth Egg. Nice. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly at all. With, my God, I don't have his explanation here, but obviously this is Marvel Comics Presents, and it's quite a bit of them. Good on you, C. Toth Egg. Those comic books are becoming hot, Chris.
Yeah, they are.
I think it's well and good that they are, because it's an amazing series. But there's a lot of rumors and speculation that we're going to see, Wolverine in the MCU inspired by that. We shall see. But guys, the Barry Windsor Smith art alone, killer. It
underrated. I'm going to say, Jeff, maybe to this user's name, CTO the G.
Thanks, man.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for calling me out. I'll take it. It's on me. No big deal. But moving on. I'm going to totally forget about that and move on to Basement Brothers Collectibles. When you can't afford a Marvel Spotlight number 5, but still are happy about this one, awesome. Lee In-Yuk, Ghost Rider, Virgin Variant. Should I get this slabbed? I mean, that is such an amazing cover, first off. That cover is just outstanding. As far as getting it slabbed, it's tough with modern books. Chris, what are your thoughts on that?
I always say, you have to ask yourself the questions first. Why are you slabbing your book? Do you want to slab it to keep it in your collection, to show off a nice cover, just to have it in a nice slab with a nice label? Are you looking for resale value? You got to ask yourself all those questions, because look, if you think that it's just an amazing cover and that it would look good in a nice case, maybe you think you get a 9.8 on it, it's just something you want to display in your room or on a wall or something, then go right ahead and get it done. When it comes to resale value, though, personally, I absolutely stay away from these modern variant types. Usually they don't sell for that much, but hey, I will admit, they look good. They look good in a slab.
They absolutely do. All right, before we move on to you, Chris, your next one, we're just going to remind everybody, guys, this is Fresh from the Comic Shop, sponsored by Whatnot. If you want to win a 9.8 slab each and every week, You all got to be following Whatnot. You all got to start an account on that app, and it's as easy as clicking the link, and you get $3 off your first purchase. Moving on, more fresh from the comic shop. Chris, it is your turn. What do you got fresh?
Oh yeah, yeah. All right.
Catch you by surprise, buddy.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I'm ready. I got them right here, nice and cozied up to me. I got a book. Oh. Yep. Big shout out to A1 Comics. And hey, Chancellor, I'm gonna be talking. I'm talking to A1 Comics this coming week. I'm saying, guys, A1 Comics on Whatnot. That's what it needs to say. So I got this book from A1 Comics, and it's a beautiful looking Silver Age book. And these guys are hot right now, so I'm all in on it. X-Men number 39.
Look at that cover, man. I love that.
This is the origin of Cyclops, and they got new suits.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that angel suit is atrocious.
Oh, that's sweet.
I love that book. Is that a Kirby cover?
I don't think so.
It's got
no. Yeah, I think they're taking Kirby style, but I don't know if it's Kirby. You want to find out? You want to look? Look at this black. It's a very nice looking book.
While you look at that, we have a question here about Whatnot. Is it a phone app or desktop app or both?
No, good question. Phone. Go phone for now. We might expand, but phone. If you have one of the newer Macs, technically you can download it in the App Store, but primarily phone. And we support iOS and Android.
Oh, nice. By the way, our good friend Azores Tiger, he got set up in the Whatnot app with the code.
Nice.
Anything else I need to do? No, man, just be you. Get those.
You're good.
This guy gets the heat. By the way, you'll be getting quite a, I don't know if it's whatever you get, but from him alone, you'll be getting a nice chunk of change.
Azores is going to be emptying his pockets.
Yeah, no doubt.
By the way, Roy Thomas.
Oh, Roy Thomas. Okay, excellent. Dan De La Torre did agree with me. It does look like Kirby. Dave collects. Yeah. Oh, Dave collects. Aren't you? You used to be DC the Mechanic. Can't wait to see y'all's book this past week. We can't wait to see it either. So many submissions. Super exciting. Chris, we're going to get back into all your guys' submissions right now with Into Oblivion. Guys, I don't know about this book, but Into Oblivion, super excited. It's Bio Booster Armor Guyver. I think it looks pretty sweet. It's an anime type book. I am not into the anime, but I'm super excited that Into Oblivion is super excited about the book. So that is wonderful to see. Guys, this next submission, E. Marvell, I've mentioned his name before. I think his name is fantastic. I'm loving this because I need to see more of this. Chris and I need to see more of this. We want to see your guys' faces. I mean, this was a video he took it off. He tagged us fresh from the comic shop. But this is, as a Marvell says, Red Room by Ed Piskor. This was so dope. But, man, it's not for children. Please don't allow your children to read. But if you pay your bills in your own home, make sure you pick this up. It's so awesome. Thanks so much for the ladies and gents at Comics Elite Store out in Indiana. Thank you, E. Marvell, each and every week for giving us your fresh gets. We got Ramses, Verse, Comics, Journey into Mystery 112. Bought this, and it was pretty beat up, but after clean and press, it improved a ton. Origin of Loki and Hulkverse Thor. This is looking really good after a clean and press. This is looking really good. That's a great pickup and great resuscitation. Is that a good word for that? I don't know. Comic New picked up an amazing Spider-Man 162. Not much in his description about how excited he is about this book, but I'm glad he's showing this off with us.
First appearance of Jigsaw.
Oh, that is. You're right. I actually looked that up. And then we got Hanging with Spidey, Silver Surfer, #1. Some dollar bin diving payoffs from today. By the way, Hanging with Spidey had a ton of other books, but again, we only pick one. All right, guys. So here's my first fresh get of the week. Notice how the concurrence go up, by the way, when we do fresh from the comic shop. It's amazing. This guy's. I've been touting this series since day one. It's an Aftershock book. I know Justin from No Good Comics is all in on this, just like me. This is Shadow Doctor #4. True story. It is a true story about an African-American doctor in the 20s, I believe, who could not start up his own practice and got in with Al Capone. And Al Capone hooked him up, but to pay a price because he owes Al Capone. And this is just an amazing read, even more so because it's a true story. Guys, I cannot recommend this book enough. I cannot recommend this book enough. It is outstanding. All right, moving on. Chris, you need to read that. And if you're looking for Chancellor, if you're looking for something to read, it's not a superhero book. I know you're into like the Marvel movies and stuff like that, but this is an excellent book. I cannot. Oh, it's in Chicago too, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, I might have to pick it up. Yeah.
Absolutely. Gangsters, all this other stuff. And it's true, which is crazy. All right. We got Nukes Comics. By the way, Nukes crushes it. At least 10 submissions each and every week. Nukes, he's got right here. I picked up this copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 223 from Titan Comics. It has a cool cover by John Romita Jr. Interesting. I thought that was a senior cover. With the antagonist Red Ghost and the super apes caught in Spidey's spotlight. I do like that cover, but I was not aware that's a Romita Jr. cover.
You know that Romita Jr. when he started out on Amazing Spider-Man in the late 70s, his work was almost identical to his father's.
Really?
Yep. And it wasn't until the 90s that he changed to that new kind of sketch.
That's crazy because he is vastly different than his father. By the way, Moonlit Comics, based on Shadow Doctor. If you guys like Boardwalk Empire show, this is along the same lines. Nice. Great story and art.
That's a great show.
That's a perfect way to explain it, Michelle. Perfect way, 100%. All right, moving on to more fresh gets from you guys. Cover Junkie Comics. This guy loves his Dr. Jim covers. He loves his Dr. Jim covers. And this is a different Fantastic Four number 32. Excellent cover. Matt Stampa brings it as well each and every week. That Spider-Man Woman number 1 is a signed copy, $150.99 from Greg Land. Of course, I had to throw in a little Nightwing for Chris and his son. That one was a great read for sure. Plus the 1 in 25 You Promised Me Darkness. Don't forget Spider-Man 234 with that crazy cover. Yo, Matt, those are some fresh gets right there. I'm loving that Future State Wonder Woman. I have not read Wonder Girl yet, but man, that is some nice gets right there. We got Sicilian Comics 1998 Jungle Action number 18, first appearance of Madam Slay. Sicilian Comics is another one that crushes it each and every week with his submissions. Thank you so much for sending and participating. We have so much fun with your books. All right, speaking of fun, Chancellor, you're having fun picking up some books here. So what is your second fresh get of the week?
Yeah, so I got Comic Tom's Mystery Mail Call came in, was my first one. And I got this Woman of Marvel number 1 variant edition.
Love that cover.
Yeah, so
beautiful.
Haven't even pulled it out yet, but should I be reading these too? Like what's,
well, here's the deal.
Like, what's the move with you?
Yes, you should. It's up to you. Some people collect it just for the art. We've had people on here that don't, like, we've had guests on here that don't read it. Read their book.
I mean, the art's beautiful. Like even the previous submission with the Spider-Man, whatever it is, I mean, they're great covers.
Absolutely. But if you don't want to open it up and mess up the pages or whatever, there's an app called Marvel Unlimited. Pay like $7.99 a month, and you have access to all of these books.
There you go. Okay, that's cool.
You're starting to become a collector. I could tell because you're starting to worry.
I got a stash back here.
And I love it. I love hearing this. I love it. And tip pointers, just come and ask us or the audience. They will be happy to give you those tips and pointers. By the way, guys, here's another tip and pointer. Why don't you click on the link down below, whatnot.com/invite/comicbookcannon. Get the app, guys. Sign up because you'll get $3 off your next purchase. We'll get credit for bringing you guys in, and they'll continue to sponsor Fresh from the Comic Shop each and every week. By the way, the contest does not start this week. It starts next week. We will give full instructions on Instagram, what to do, how it's going to be done, all that good stuff. We want to thank.
But make sure you start following us right now. Don't wait. Find us on Whatnot and give us a follow at Comic Book Cannon on Whatnot.
Absolutely. All right. But speaking of giving a follow, that's not a good segue, but I tried. We got Toys and Blasters. By the way, great name, and even better book. Chancellor, this is an iconic book in the Marvel universe. Right? This is the trilogy. This is Fantastic Four number 48. The Coming of Galactus. This is the first introduction of Silver Surfer during this arc. 48, 49, and 50. This is like a 5.0 it's an outstanding grade for something like a grail like this. So congratulations, Toys and Blasters. We really appreciate you sending that in. That's really special.
What era are we talking there?
That's Silver Age. So that's
Silver. Okay.
60s right
like
there.
65. Yeah, and that book right there is blown up. I was telling you guys like 2-3 years ago, get your first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus, 48, 49. That book's now like a $3,000 book. I have a 3.0 that is like over triple in valued in price over the last year plus. So those are some books.
Nice.
I can't wait to see both of them in the MCU.
Yep, absolutely. And by the way, this is the classic Jack Kirby and Stan Lee creations right here. They're just kind of like they brought in the whole Silver Age, and it's just an amazing book. But there are more amazing books to show off from the audience here. We got one comics fan just watched Swaggle House Comics. Shout out to Swaggle. Reviewing Go Collect Hottest Comics for 5/19. That's May 19th. I need to get this CG Seed. Very nice copy. Looks at least very fine new mint. That is an excellent pickup. I believe that's the first appearance of Ultron. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong.
Is that 55?
Yes.
Yep.
There we go. First appearance of Ultron. You may have seen that Chancellor in Age of Ultron in the MCU. That's not a stinker, in my opinion, but it's definitely not one of the better movies. All right, we got Juan's Ready 88, X-Men 107.
Yes.
Chris, I believe you brought that book up many a time. Is that the first appearance of Starjammers?
First appearance of first full appearance of Starjammers, and first appearance of Gladiator.
Yeah, great pickup there. Juan's Ready, really appreciate that. And here's another thing I really appreciate, guys. I mentioned this earlier. We want to see your faces if possible, guys. I love it. Out of Print Collectibles. Finally, I have this book, Spider-Man number 12 from March 2017. It's the 1 in 25. It's a good feeling when you can hold in your hands a book you've been on the hunt for. 9.6. That's hard to get in a cover like that. All black right there. Beautiful. Out of Print Collectibles. Thank you so much for sending that in. Thank you for showing your face. We really like to see the people that we kind of engage with each and every week. Yeah. It's really, really good to see. We love that. And here we go. We got Neil Floyd. This is a nice one right here with two Amazing Spider-Man 363, nice. One at a 9.6, nice. And another at a 9.8. Christopher, it is your turn. What's your second?
Oh, man. All right. I got one here. Hey, Jeff, it's funny because you're saying, we like to see the folks' faces. I absolutely agree. And it's funny because all we see is these thumbnails, right? And it's almost like we think that the thumbnail is like their face and their head. Yeah. And, we think that this is what they look like. So it is very refreshing to actually get to see your guys' face and look you in the eye, even if it's only on a picture. But
totally.
Okay. So I made a statement recently that I've just been loving filling holes in this run. ASM is my Grail run, Make Spider-Man. But this has been a close second for a while now. It's a Thor book. It's a 12 center, and it's number 130. And it's got Hercules. I've been going after, if I can, some early Hercules books just because of the announcement of Zeus in Thor Love and Thunder. So why not go after some early Hercules stuff? I just recently got, the first Thor issue. With the iconic Kirby cover of Thor going toe to toe with Hercules. So here is another one, really nice looking copy.
Let's go.
A little tanning up there, but overall, I mean, no color breaks. It's clean.
Dude, that's an excellent looking cover right there, and it looks like it's in decent shape. Granted, is it in a Mylar?
It sure is Mylar with a full back.
Because that shines it up even more. But I'm loving that.
I'd say it's at least probably like a 6.5 at least.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge, especially an early Hercules appearance. Come on, that's a great pickup, Chris. Fantastic. We also have more fantastic pickups, by the way, as well. Mike Dyson, 2099. Yo, what up, guys? Loving the show. We're loving you, and we love that fact that you sent in a submission as well. It was Manifest Destiny 2099, the first appearance of Moon Knight 2099. Thank you, Mike Dyson 2099. We greatly appreciate your participation. And did you know you can win a free 9.8 slab just by participating in Fresh from the comic shop. Are you guys sick of me talking about this already or yet? I don't know, but here's the deal. Just click on the link, join the Whatnot app, right? Make sure you follow Comic Book Cannon. You'll get $3 off your first purchase, and every time you enter Fresh from the comic shop, you'll be entered to win a 9.8 slab each and every week, at least for the next 4 weeks. Exciting times, guys. It's exciting times to be watching Comic Book Cannon. But continue on with Fresh from the comic shop. I've completely lost my place. So I'll continue to talk like this to pretend like I am working at the same time to try. Guys, there's so many submissions. This is what happens. All right, we got Fat Boy Snags.
Very nice.
Superman vs. Ali. Thank you to Coffee and Comics for the great deals and even better customer service. This issue is just outstanding. And I don't have it. I've never read it. But I know if you guys look closely in the audience here, there are some very familiar faces from pop culture from that time, which I believe was the early 70s, Chris. Am I right?
Yes.
I think that was early 70s. That's
more mid.
Mid 70s, you think?
Yeah, because it's when the logo changed.
It's beautiful. And Fat Boy Snacks, huge kudos. Here's another kudos. This is a great modern age book she's probably going to be huge soon. This is Disney Family Collectibles. Amazing Spider-Man #4. First appearance of Cindy Moon as Silk. Nice new ad. The Spider-Verse is coming. It's already here, but Spider-Verse 2, will she be in it? Let's all hope so, because I definitely want to see that character on the big screen. All right. Nerds Being Geeks. Guys, follow their YouTube channel. We have the link down below as well. Good people and always participating in Fresh from the Comic Shop. Tomb of Dracula #13, The Origin of Blade with Tomb of Dracula 10 out of reach. The Origin will do just fine. Found on Mercari. I've never bought on Mercari. Chris has. It's been a kind of an up and down experience for you. And could not pass it up. Low grade is better than no grade. I like that. I like that saying right there. All right, guys. I'm going to give you my second fresh get of the week, but I'm going to give you a little backstory here. My brother, love him to death. He got me for the holidays. I have Amazing Spider-Man #96, but he got me 97 and a 9.2 and 98. These are near and dear to my heart because I worked with Stan Lee personally on a segment about these issues right here. These are historic issues because there's no comics code. We can get into that another time. I can maybe play the segment. I don't talk about that stuff that much, but I love my brother dearly. And my brother has a long box of comics in my parents' house still. You know, he's in his 40s, no big deal. But he's saving his comics in my parents' house, and he's just like, I'm like, yo, I know you got some good stuff in there. Can I go digging through there and see what you got? He's like, honestly, just keep them. I don't care. I'm like, yo, you got some good stuff, which I'm about to show you. He's like, honestly, keep them. I'm like, yo. And he started to get pissed. I'm like, you know what? Not worth fighting over. I'll just take the long box myself and keep it. So I got the next two are fresh gets from that long box. And this is the first one right here. This is Weapon X, or I'm sorry, Marvel Comics Presents #72, the first in the series of this Weapon X, this classic run that we've been talking about so much. Barry Windsor Smith absolutely crushes it. And before this, Chancellor, I'm telling you, before this series came out, Wolverine didn't have an origin. He didn't know what his story was. He had amnesia. They never went into his origin. And this is late when they finally got into his origin. This book is hot again because of MCU rumors and all that stuff. So
I've seen that cover. I've seen that cover recently.
It's classic.
Yeah.
It's classic. It's so good too. It really is good. Giving that backstory finally after what, I guess, Chris, 2 decades at this point. So that is my second fresh get of the week.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you to my brother Eric. Love you. Moving on though. Here's another one, guys. Another one. We went for a hat trick tonight. Guys like hockey or soccer or whatever. Hat trick. We got DC the Mechanic with his face on this picture. So basically, DC the Mechanic, or I cannot remember his name, but his link is down below. I think it's Dave Loves Books, or something like that. But his YouTube link is down below. Please like and subscribe and follow him. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 104 variant. Hey, comic fans and friends, I'm stoked to announce my first unboxing video just dropped on my new YouTube channel. Let me know what you guys think and give me some feedback. 100 subscribers giveaway coming up. Thanks to all who already have. I think he's got about 55 subscribers, so definitely follow him. He's a great dude. Always participates in this Fresh from the Comic Shop too. I think his name is a little different in the chat. I have to check this out. But again, Dave, thank you so much each and every week. All right, we got Comic Ozzy. Tony goes AI. This is getting hot, this issue, for a lot more, even more speculation. Chancellor, I don't know. I don't want to spoil things for you in case you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, but Tony Stark dies.
I've heard. I've heard once or twice. Yeah.
But basically the rumor is now that they've launched, they have a Riri Williams who is Ironheart. She's going to basically be like an Iron Man. She's a very, very popular character. Disney Plus announced a series. There is rumors that Robert Downey Jr. could reprise his role as Iron Man as an AI version, or I'm sorry, as Tony Stark, an AI version. That's all speculation at this point, but that's why they're seeing a lot of heat on that issue, because that's the first Tony Stark AI. Could it happen? Who knows? But
we'll see. Interesting.
It is interesting indeed. Union Josh Comics, always crushing it as well. We got another Moon Knight fan. My submission for Fresh from the Comic Shop, as well as both Midweek Moon Knight and Top Variant Thursday. Moon Knight Volume 7, Issue 1, Katie Cook variant. The first time Moon Knight takes on the moniker Mr. Knight. A dude in a white suit. It's a great book and a great run, so give it a go if you haven't already. Union Josh, thank you so much. I know you're not awake because you're in the UK, but hopefully when you watch this, you're happy to know that you can win a 9.8 slab, though we have to ship it to UK. We got to talk about that, Chancellor. It's expensive. Moving on. We have our good friend Dan De La Torre. Look at this, guys. He's always he's right there with Azorius Tiger, who did not bring the heat this week. I don't know why. I know he's okay though because he's in the chat. But here's this Fresh from the Comic Shop. Strange Tales 109. First appearance of Cersei from the Eternals. We spoke about the Eternals. She's coming. She will be in the MCU, and she will be a player because she is an Avenger as well. All right, Chancellor. You've done a great job with your Fresh from the Comic Shop. This is your third fresh get. What do you got?
I'll bring it home. Yeah. So in true fashion, we had Skybound Entertainment do a show on Whatnot last Friday, actually, and they had some signed Robert Kirkman, Invincible, Walking Dead. It was a killer show. But anyway, since we've been partnering and working with them, they sent me this book, the entire first volume of Invincible.
Nice.
So not a comic, got the full book here.
Yeah, it counts. It counts.
Yeah, pretty cool though.
It's an omnibus that absolutely counts. Good stuff. Yo, I don't know if you've seen the cartoon series on Amazon. It is worth the watch.
Yeah, I binged it in like 3 days.
It's really brutal. By the way, DC, the mechanic is actually Dave Kleck's Yeah. Follow him Follow him on Instagram or on YouTube. Link is down below. Again, that is a great get, Chancellor. If you're not going to read that, watch the series, and maybe you will read that afterwards. Because
I went through this, yeah, but no, I've heard great things about the series. I have friends who have all watched it, and they're like, "Oh, it's legit for sure."
It's a cartoon you've never seen before. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I would not have my daughter watch that anytime.
Oh no.
Oh no, absolutely not. All right, what do we got next? We got Comic Hunter. He's very, I don't know why he sent this in, because he's very like meh, but fresh for the comic shop. For Union Josh Comics, the latest issue of Department of Truth from Image Comics. The series gets nothing but good reviews, but I'm about done. Endless Waffle. So he sent this in. He sent this in, but does not like the series. I love you. I love you for that. Comic Hunter 73. I absolutely do. I hope it wasn't a long hunt on that on your journey to getting that Department of Truth. But again, kudos to you. Thank you for sharing it with us, even though you don't like it. We got Green Lantern Comic Collector #1. That's him. Thank you, 5280 Comics in Colorado. Volume 2, Green Lantern #40, Silver Age 7.5. This is the first appearance of Krona. It's the origin of the Guardians. It's Golden Age Green Lantern appearance, Alan Scott. Alan Scott is going to get a lot of love soon in that HBO Green Lantern series. I think we're all excited about that. And actually, I do believe he was just cast. So I'm excited about this Green Lantern series. I've stated that many times. We want DC to succeed. We just need them to be consistent and have a strategy. That's it. It seems like it would be simple, but it's not as easy as it sounds. Let's be honest. All right, we got Son of Comics with a Berserker 9.8. I do believe it's signed. Not much. He or she did not say much about this. Actually, didn't say anything at all about this book other than the hashtag. But good pickup, guys. Chris, you know this guy right here. Yeah, I think he's in the chat. Hyper Combo Comics.
Hyper. That's what's
I
up.
believe he's another YouTuber. I know he does stuff with Newbie, but check him out. By the way, look at this. My something is killing the children chessboard, he says. Got to get to my shop for these super deals. Even if I total all these issues up, I still pay less than what the one per store is currently going for in the market. Those are issue 16. This is the last variant cover that they're not doing. I believe they're not doing any more variant covers after issue 16. Wow, good for you, Hyper Combo.
That's cool.
Good for you. And I love the presentation, guys. We want to see more of that, creative presentations too. Your face is priority. Yeah, but let's get some cool presentations going on here. We got Arcade 444 repost of recently early surfer pickups. Put wrong tags on the other one. Those are some classic books right there. I'm loving it. Absolutely. Look at that.
All of that early Silver Surfer Galactus stuff, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you can't go wrong picking those up. 100%. All right, but speaking of pickups, Chris, you got your third fresh get of the week. What is it?
All right, so I decided to get creative today because this is just an amazing Friday with lots of announcements, lots of giveaways going on, and I just said I got to show this off. It's my third pick. So it's been a great day. We've had Whatnot on. We're talking about Whatnot in the weekly giveaways. ComicBookCannon hit 700 subscribers. Journals Comics hit 7,000 subscribers, and I officially started to announce my 10K giveaway. And big friend of the channel, Dan the Man, sent me something to add to my 10K Journals Comics giveaway, and I have to show it off as my pick because Dan came with the fire, killing it.
Woo, boy.
Spectacular Spider-Man number 64 in a 9.6, signed by artist Ed Hannigan. That's right, Ed Hannigan. Look at that beauty.
Beautiful
series.
Beautiful. Dan De La Torre, you are, I said it earlier today, you are one of the good people in this community. There's so many good people. We really appreciate getting to know you through this platform. Really appreciate it.
Very, very humbled by this, Dan. I showed it off in my Friday Night Live show, but it was too fitting to not show this off as my third pick. It's kind of a double. It's I'm showing it off, but it's a bit of a Dan submission as well because he donated it. So.
It's fair though. It's fair. By the way, Serge wants to see something different here.
Oh man. Oh man. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Please don't get him started. By the way,
I think I have a package on the way. So don't get me started. Jeff might get mad at me next week.
Yeah. Moonlit Comics. I want to bring this up again. I'll say it again. Holy cannoli. Hyper Combo Comics. You went ham on those. Something is killing the children. 16. No doubt about that. This is nice to hear. Nerds Being Geeks started an IG because of us. That's really good. And I hope you're getting more from the community because of that. Nerds Being Geeks. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Moving on to your guys' fresh gets. We're almost done. I have to say, my favorite is coming up. I've never said this before. I do have a favorite this week, though. But where did we leave off? We left off. Okay, Red Comet Comics. Here's my pick for Fresh from the Comic Shop. I also included the Wonder Girl team variant. That's a beautiful cover, the Wonder Girl.
Yeah,
but that is the first Baron Zemo. I believe it's 275, Captain America 275. An amazing Mike Zeck cover. All right, we got Tommy Boy Collections, Wolverine Wednesday. Got this on an early morning trade, slowly but surely grabbing up my Wolverines. Guys, we've talked about this as well. This Wolverine limited series, the Frank Miller, classic. You need to pick those up as well. We got DigiDark Comics. So this is on the flip side of what Comic Under 73 was saying. One of my favorite comic books out right now is The Department of Truth. Can't wait until they bring it to the big screen. So that is a sweet variant right there. It looks like a movie poster. I don't know if you guys see
that. Does look like a movie poster.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's so cool. It's such a great pickup. And then good friend, great friend of the show, Swaggle House, aka Mickey. Had to post my Fresh from the Comic Shop and first appearance Friday. Luckily, I got a twofer in this one. First full appearance of the Midnight Sun. Swoop this up for a couple bucks in a back bin. Go check out those Ghost Rider sections. And Chris, foreshadowing, because I think you're going to be talking about this a little bit later.
A little bit.
We're almost there. Chancellor, we hope you're absorbing all of this so you become
I'm taking it all in.
Yeah. Even more of a, you have that knowledge to just go head out to your local comic shop and just take all the good books out of
we got a few of them in Chicago. Maybe I'll head out holiday weekend. Yeah.
I have no doubt. All right. This, guys, I've never seen this. I'm sure it's probably, a very popular variant. It's rare I'm into the variants here, but I really like this. AZ Mailman 211. My submission for Fresh from the Comic Shop this week. The Miles Morales number 25, the Greg Horn rookie card cover. So happy to have this. I mean, this is an homage to those early 90s cards.
Yep.
I love this. I absolutely love this cover. AZ Mailman, I do believe he's Planet Arizona Comics in YouTube here. Man, this is my favorite by far. I absolutely.
Yeah, I almost bought one. I almost did, but I couldn't, because it's like $29.99 or whatever. I love Greg Horn and I love the 90s card theme and I love Miles. So I almost went ahead and bought one. I clicked on the link, whatever. It's like the Unknown or the KRS websites, whatever he was selling it from. And after I clicked the link, like I kept seeing the ad for it on my Instagram and my Facebook. And I'm like, but I can't.
We love it. We absolutely love it. Good stuff. And here we go. This is our last submission of the week from you good people. It's Amazing Spider-Man 42. Trying to get more Silver Age Spidey in my collection. Really pleased to add this to the first cameo of Mary Jane. This is You Hit Jackpot, Tiger. That famous last panel of this book. Absolutely outstanding. All right, guys. This is my last Fresh from the Comic Shop. My third fresh get of this week. It will close out this week's Fresh from the Comic Shop, but we'll have instructions. You gotta stay on it. You know where we're going with this. All right, here we go. Again, this is from my brother's long box. He's like, please just have it. I'm like, okay. This is a very popular issue and one that's doing well money-wise, but it's even more rare because it is New Mutants 98 newsstand though.
Wow.
And I have not rebagged and boarded it yet, so the bag is a little
that.
But it's in very good condition. It's in really good condition. So thank you, my brother. Love you.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, first appearance of Deadpool, as we all know. It's a classic book. And that there, guys, that there ends Fresh from the Comic Shop this week.
Should we tell them one more time?
Yeah, you do it. I've been saying it too much. They're sick of me saying it. Go for it.
All right. So, we talk every week about how you can submit to Fresh from the Comic Shop. That's not changing. But what we're adding, once again, go download the Whatnot app from our link right here. Once you have that app downloaded and you got your account set up, the first thing you need to do is go follow Comic Book Cannon on the Whatnot app. You got to follow us, all right? Once you follow us, then you could submit your Fresh from the Comic Shops like you do every single week. So what do? You take the pictures of your book, you post them on Instagram, make sure you post it to your wall, not in a story, not in a private DM. You post it with the hashtag FFTCS right there, and also at us at Comic Book Cannon. Once you do all those things, you will automatically have the chance to win the weekly slab giveaway. All right. But again, for those that for some reason, I don't know why, you don't want a chance to win a slab, you can still just submit your pictures on Instagram and hashtag us and we'll show your comic books off. But come on, it's really easy to do. You're not going to want to not download that app and get a chance to win and to get a chance to, get into this app, man. I'm telling you, this app is absolutely the future and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Again, Chris
I like that. I see what you did there.
That was fun. Chris and I are not bullshitting you. This is a product we absolutely believe in. Otherwise, Chansler wouldn't be here. So we're very happy to have him here because this is absolutely something we do believe in.